Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my DIY all-purpose cleaner recipe. This recipe couldn't be easier. You probably will have everything you're going to need already at home, and you've probably seen this recipe around the internet as well. It's not original, it's just one that I really enjoy making, and I kind of wanted to show you how I do it and give you like a video format, because I know for a lot of DIY recipes and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to replicate if you have a video format. So if you're interested in how to make your own DIY all-purpose cleaner, then just keep on watching. So to get started with this recipe, the things you're going to need are a repurposed bottle, something that is big enough to fit a couple of weeks worth or maybe a couple months worth of cleaner in, and that will fit a spray nozzle. And then the next thing you're going to need is a spray nozzle that will fit your bottle. Personally, I have kind of a collection of spray nozzle tops from the cleaners that I used to purchase, and I just kept those once I decided I was going to make the switch to DIY products. I rinsed out the bottles, recycled the bottles, and just kept the spray nozzles. The next thing you're going to need is white vinegar. So you can use apple cider vinegar for this, but apple cider vinegar has a much stronger longer lasting vinegar scent. White vinegar kind of evaporates very quickly and the smell does not linger, so it's kind of up to personal preference. You're also going to need some filtered water. You're also going to need a glass jar to kind of let your vinegar solution sit in for a few days. I typically like to use just like a mason jar. And then the last thing you're going to need is your additives. So be that citrus peels, any herbs, you can even throw some cinnamon sticks in there. For this particular recipe, I'm going to be using lemon, citrus peels, and some thyme from my garden. So after you've gathered all of your supplies, it's time to get started on assembling everything, and this is honestly foolproof. It's so easy. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your glass jar, the one that you're going to let your vinegar sit in, and fill it to the top with vinegar. Make sure you leave enough room to put your additives in though, because this is when we're going to add any of our citrus peels, our herbs, our cinnamon, and then you're just going to leave it for anywhere from 4 to 10 days. Honestly, you can just open it up and give it a smell. It's obviously going to smell very strong of vinegar, but once you can also get the other scents from the ingredients you put in the vinegar is when it's done. You have your vinegar solution, you're going to want to dilute this half with water. Take out your bottle that you're going to be using and your spray top, and then just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is not an exact measurements recipe. You're just going to want to fill half the jar with your vinegar. So this is where it kind of comes into personal preference. You can sift out the ingredients that you used to infuse the vinegar, but you don't have to. Some people like the way they look in the bottles. Personally, I sift mine out just because they can start to kind of break down inside the vinegar. Then you're going to want to screw on your spray nozzle. Now, if your spray nozzle doesn't fit the bottle that you have, you can just trim the stem off until it does fit. It's really easy. You can just use a pair of sharp scissors and it cuts really easily. And then you want to screw your top on, give it a good shake, and label it so you know what it is, because it's just going to be a clear liquid and it's ready to use. That's really all there is to it. It's super simple. A couple common questions and concerns about this all-purpose cleaner. It can be used on most surfaces, which is why I consider it an all-purpose. The only surfaces you want to be wary of is if you're going to be using it on wood that isn't sealed properly. So if it's like something old or antique and the sealing is not that great, you might not want to use this because it can kind of be a tad abrasive on old wood. And then you're not going to want to use this on natural stone, so things like granite, marble, just natural stone countertops and such. It can be used on floors, porcelain, stainless steel, glass. It's really, really great for mirrors. It gets a really nice like streak-free clean on mirrors, windows, all that kind of stuff. Does not need to be refrigerated. Like I said before, vinegar is shelf stable, so once it's in your bottle, just use it till it's gone and then repeat the process and fill it back up. But it does not need to be refrigerated. It's going to last as long as you need it to. The amount of time you're going to go through this stuff, it's not going to go bad. Another common question is my whole house going to smell like vinegar? The answer is no. It does have a strong vinegar scent when you first spray it and clean, but once you wipe it away, it's gone. It disappears. It evaporates. The vinegar smell does not linger as long as you use white vinegar. Let me know if you make this cleaner or if you make it already. Like I said, it's a pretty popular recipe. I've seen it all around the internet. I really love it. I've been using it for years, and it just gets rid of all the other cleaners for all the other surfaces that you can just use one. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss when I post new videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video.